Struggling with Propfirms? Let's go. Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you the break and retest strategy that pretty much works on any trading instrument, whether it be forex, index, commodities, indices, stocks, options. The concept basically works again and again and every time, and it works beautifully. Now this is obviously Nasdaq. Now Nasdaq is one of the pairs that can give you absolutely insane moves. These are obviously pretty much tight stop losses, but I obviously use them. Now even if I show you over here, now I'm not posted any live trades for a short while. Obviously my last video I mentioned why I had a family member in the hospital. She's doing much better now, thank God. So now obviously we'll be start posting. So this is the live trades section. But if you are looking for one-to-one mentorship from myself, where you can learn from a 700k funded trader, just message me, join the link will be in the video description, join the community, message me one-to-one, and and we'll be posting more live trades. So this is actually where, and you can see this how many it goes on and on. It's all about transparency at the end of the day, posting live trades, catching 1 to 5s, 1 to 6, 1 to 7s, 1 to 10s, 1 to 12s as well, and then obviously winning trades where the end result gets posted here, and whether it's a losing trade or a winning trade. And even if you can check testimonials, again all about transparency. Oh, by the way, if you think you can't afford the mentorship one-to-one, even though I've pretty much made it affordable for everyone, keeping everyone's in mind circumstances, but I do have just created recently a course for only £99. Will not be staying the same price because I'm going to be uploading consistent videos where you just have to create your email address and password, and you'll have all the videos for life, and any recent new updates as well, you'll have access to those as well. So funded certificate section just gives you access to people getting payouts, passing challenges, and here is basically where basically I was supposed to make 8%. Again, it's only a small little 10k account just to show everyone start small and then make your way up. Ended up hitting 12% instead, which obviously no prop firm asks for 12%, but I was trading alongside my personal account, didn't realize ended up reaching 12%. But yeah, now that we've got that out of the way, so let's go back to Nasdaq. Now Nasdaq, obviously the idea is you want to focus on currency pairs with a lot of volatility, good spreads, and obviously with Nasdaq you have zero commissions, less money you leave on the table, right? In this case you leave hardly any money on the table, especially if you capitalize on these big moves, right? So you got a break here, price comes back down to retest this area, and you could have actually capitalized on this push from here as well. Now I don't use the 1 hour time frame for entries, obviously I use a small time frame, but look at this here, look at this, even on this 1 hour time frame, look at this super strong long wick rejection, and just keeping things super simple. Let me just move this out of the way, and you can pass Propfirms challenges. Eventually when the break and retest strategy, the edge that I provide and show to my students, trust me, even 10% drawdown will seem like a lot once you get to the hang of the strategy. Let's see if you go on a small time frame. I mean, look at this, super strong engulfing long wick rejection. Sorry, it's not long wick rejection, it's just a super strong candle, bullish. Let's see, turn on the candle strength indicator, a 95.45% candle strength. And if you were to wait for price to retrace a little bit, let me just move this out of the way, and maybe stops below this here, below the zone and this candle low, and you would have walked away with a nice healthy, let's see what this goes to, 1 to 7, a 1 to 7. One of the reasons why I do trade Nasdaq, look at this, if you were to, let's just say you can see the future, a 1 to 12. This is how simple it is. If you're still working a 9 to 5, and you want to get out, trust me, the break and retest, I used to do CCTV with the police 12-16 hour shifts. When I came across the break and retest and I refined the strategy to my liking and my personality, I've never looked back since. I mean, I can just go on and on, right? It's a super simple method. Now, sometimes you will lose trades. it's the name of the game, right? It's the name of the game. Here, not really any opportunities that I can see, but there is one opportunity that I can see over here. Here you break over here, stops below. Ideally, you want them below the zone, right? I have a fixed stop loss. I have a much tighter stop loss, obviously, with Nasdaq as well. This is way too big, obviously, because the quality of the zones. I think my biggest edge, I would have to say, 100% is the way I draw my zones. You know, and this would give a nice 1 to 9. Like, I mean, if he held the whole move, I mean, it would just absolutely skyrocket, right? But we're going to keep things realistic, so we'll keep it at 1 to 6. That's ideal on my personal account. That's what I go for as well. Now, if I just zoom out, okay. Now, I want to mention, right? This strategy, any strategy, there'll always be one thing that will provide you your ultimate edge. So in terms of break and retest, what I'm trying to say is the biggest edge is going to be your zones, right? The better the zones, the better your entries. The better the entries, the more risk to reward you can gain, then capitalize on. Now, if I show you something over here as well, and I've been recently speaking about this heavily, right? Trade with the trend, volume, momentum. Obviously, some more tips and tricks and all that where I show in my course and my, you know, one-to-one mentorship. But if I saw like some moves like these, I would just absolutely annihilate. And there's actually a move. Again, this was around the 9th, right? So, didn't really trade that much. I've not actually traded for the last 2 weeks that much, simply because, again, family member was in hospital. But so I did actually see this on Nasdaq, but I would have absolutely, you know, milked this move, right? Let me just sort this out. Sort this one out as well. Now, drawing zones alone is not going to make you profitable, right? I can show you and teach you how to draw zones. That alone will not make you profitable. What's going to make you profitable is, you know, psychology, of course, but, you know, the way you manage risk, the way you, you know, are you patient enough to take, how you take your entries, where you take your entries from, holding positions, so on, so on. And even if, look at this. So we have the resistance here, price broke through, created now, price comes back down to test it as support. And where could you have basically entered from? Look at this, price establishes itself above the zone. Now there's so many places you could have taken entries from. Long wick rejection here, there's a bullish one. Another super strong bullish candle over here, but this was very small, not that much volume, but this would have been 100%. Look at this, beautiful. Wait for candle to retrace a little bit, stops maybe below this. Now this stop loss is a little bit too big for my liking, but obviously still you can manage to get a nice 1 to 5 pretty much. And you know, you let price do its thing and you capitalize. This is, I mean, 1 to 5, that's basically, you know, phase 2 passed in one trade in one day. How insane is that? Now let me just move this out of the way. Let's go back to the present. Which direction are we facing? Obviously we were facing up. No brainer to why we would only focus on buys. Which direction were we facing on the way here? Down. What do you think we should be focused on? Sells. Bit of a no-brainer, to be honest. I mean, I can just do this all day, every day. Now, sometimes you are going to get wicked out, taken out. That is absolutely normal. That is absolutely fine, right? Even the price starts going bullish here, but overall, you know, we are bearish, so you just want to focus on only on bearish sells. I mean, now it just becomes second nature how to draw these zones and all that. I can just, you know, but it's so many opportunities. There's one over here to take a sell. So a moment, let me just refine this. You can see here 1 to 5 again, right? And if you were to close it around here, and this is, I'm doing it in front of you guys, do these quick zones. Look at this, price broke through, came back to retest rejection this area, price falls through, and you know, you just capitalize and take full advantage. Which direction are we going in? We're definitely bearish. Sort this out. Super. It's all about keeping everything very simple. Look at this. Price broke through. Just want to refine this a bit. Price broke through. Look at this. Sell from here. You know, you're waiting for the right candlestick entry patterns above the wick. Ideally, you know, above the zone. But still, this would have been a monster move. This is one of the reasons why I trade Nasdaq. One of the reasons, right? 1 to 21. Oh my god, that's insane. Insane. But, you know, and not even that too long as well. How long would it have taken? 10 hours. 10 hours, 1 to 8 RR. I don't mind that. Half a day. And if you're in a 100k account, you made 8,000 in 10 hours. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Sometimes it won't even take that long. Sometimes it'll be like in 2 hours. 1 hour. You know, it's insane. Look at this. What direction do you think you should, like, should you be buying in all this? Hell no. Right? If you see a buy opportunity, just be patient, sit on your hands. You know, and we've got Monday. The whole purpose of today's video, guys, is obviously we'll be posting more, you know, trades now. I know I've been quite busy, so we'll be posting more live trades, winning trades, losing trades, the whole thing. You know, we'll be more active now. So yes, watch this space. We'll be getting back to, you know, how I used to be in the beginning, super busy, you know, on the ball. Again, it's life, I guess. You never know what to expect. Anything can happen. Cherish and love your loved ones. You know, you never know how long you'll have them for. So I hope you found value. Take care. I'm out.